Hello everybody, welcome to this short video presenting you how we can enter our consultation notes to the new complete GP software. I can't really show you my patient selector because I do have some real data there, so I already pre-opened our preferred patient memory test. You can see the overview on the main page of her. You can configure that, move different boxes, different widget as we call them, into the mix and see exactly what you want. However, diving straight into what interests us most, so daily work. New encounter. So encounter essentially is what we would refer in Health 1 to as a transaction. Automatically it assumes today's date, my own name, and that's going to be in-person surgery visit. You can use a template if you prefer, so I don't have anything set up at the moment, so we just start completely blank, and you can see this blank canvas here. Again, a bit of summary, so you are certain that that's the person you have in front of you. And on the left hand side you have a panel here with different categories of entries, which we would really call items back in Health 1, right? So if you like clicking, help yourself, click away, find what you want. If you prefer to use keyboard for speed, as I do, you just start typing. So if I start writing blood, I'll get a blood pressure as a hint. I can hit enter. I can tap into the field and just give my entry. You can put more information about it. You can put more context if you wish. You don't have to, right? The start lines are the ones that you have to put in. And you have it coded. It will be available in your trends and different dashboards and things you want to see how the patient was. How do we put actual notes here? You put note. So I again start typing note and I open fresh one. There are a couple of options here. You can see record voice, and if you are a lazy one or not a person who likes to type a lot, you can decide, well, yeah, let's take advantage of that. You can see this bit of flicker when the text is showing and it's changing a bit. What it's doing, it is trying to make sure and use a bit of AI in the background, it's all locally run, that it is accurate. And even my accent, I think, is picked up quite well, so I guess everybody will be fine. So from here, what you can do also is, you can just type, right? And again, similar example like with blood pressure. If I just start typing blood, it will assume, oh, do you want maybe to record blood pressure? If you want to, you just hit enter. It will show this small table that you can put your reading and tab through the options and go below, right? Then if you want to put a weight, again, it puts weight. If you want to give it height, but maybe you don't want to use this hint, so you just keep typing and it will disappear. So you are in control of what you want to do with that. It just gives you option as you go. And the moment you close it, those things that you have saved as an items, you see we have two of them, because first one I put manually, second one is taken from the note here. So that's really where you can live all the time. You can live in the note field and you can put here everything as you want. If you like to pre-create some fancy template using all of the text formatting tools that you would be familiar with, any text processing tool, you can use them. If you just want to type or talk, you can. There's another cool feature here. Now I will be a bit lazy myself, and I asked different AI to generate a note for me, right? So I'll just bluntly paste it here. So there's a number of things here. You can see that it's a text, right? So they put all those as a text. And what you can then do is you can have this big note, or let's say you have a very comprehensive recording from a report that you were doing, or a dictation that you had done that takes quite a bit of time. And then you can ask Complete GP to make it tidy for you. So you can tell it to use a template. For the moment we have so template. If you have any specific use case, if you want to have PIAB, we'll get PIAB templates as well. And you can ask it to code. And now it'll be working in the background. Now, you can get out of here, do something else. Go to your scripts, go to your accounting, put a bill, do something else. In the meantime, let that process in the background. You don't have to be sitting there and looking at the AI processing node. And then when you go back to this node, you will see you have two tabs here, right? We have the original text, and let's say if you used voice recording, that will be your transcript here. And you have the thing that Complete processed. On the left-hand side here, it is formatted towards your SOAP style from your template. On the right-hand side, it picked up certain things that it thinks it's codable if you decided to, right? It will not do anything without a human in the loop. And then you can decide, that's granted, no, actually you got it wrong, let's edit you, it was 82, not 84, and now it's fine. That, well, no, that's completely wrong, we don't want that. So you can mix and match and take whatever you want, right? Then when I close that, all those things I had ticked will present within a coded item. However, it's quite messy now, right? We have two nodes. Why the hell we need two nodes? We don't need them. So the first one we can easily discard. We can keep that one and close it, right? So again, you have all your nodes there. If, however, you decide, actually, the most important thing from here was temperature. Let's move it to the top. Drag and drop. It will be on the top. So I think we had shown that the utility of options, how you can use the node, it's really great, right? So if you are a hardcore control person, you want to put everything by hand, you can. If you want to have just one place, type your node as a free text, here we go. If you're mixed of both, you can use node entry as a free text, put your items as you go, or you can delegate this work to underlying AI system and let it code it for you. So whatever is your preference, there's something in it for you. Now from here, let's say you decided that, well, actually, this patient needs a referral. So again, what I start with, I start writing referral and referral method web, meaning HealthLink effectively. I tab further, let's send them to Galway. You have to tick some boxes, and again, this is mandatory because it is a star, so like routine, no, no. If you have preferred consultant, you put your preferred consultant. Reason here. Channel history, you scroll down and oh, there's a lot of things. I don't want to see a lot of things. I want to see only what's needed for that to be accepted. So I toggle up here and you will see only the mandatory fields to fill in. Once you have it in, you can see your node is pre-populated to the current situation. You hit on submit, it will think for a second. That's job done, right? And you have the XML style for the referral as a confirmation here within the node, and the original data you put in on top of that, right? So that's your referral sent. Easy. Then while they're waiting for this OPD, maybe we want to treat them for something. Two options again. You have a big button, prescribe here, or you can look for things here, or again, you can just start typing. Prescribe, here we go. Pick your drug. Initially, instructions, they kind of not know, the complete GPU, you won't know how you want to take it, right? So you will have to, now I had chosen vials, that's why it looks funny, right? How to give it. But if we do better job, and I will juice capsules. It must have been prescribed like that before, therefore it remembers that the default is 1 3 times a day, supplying 15. So that should remember as a 5 days oral route, and this is our acute prescription, right? You have all the other options here if you decide to, if you want to do opioids controlled drugs, and then you can send the drug. So we hit prescribe. When you are on your actual live system, you can play and have different ways of giving medications that you like. That's a bit chaotic because we do a lot of testing. But what you had now given as instruction, take 1 3 times a day, you can create it as a local code, or you can just use this time without adding to this big database, right? So let's say we want to just use it this time. And that prescription is now added to the file. At the end, when we are done and dusted, save the encounter, decide if there's any fees for the patient to pay or keep him as no charge. And at the very end, the script that was added to the file will actually be sent, right? So what do you want to send? You have your preview of the medication that is prescribed. If I had my email set up, there would be email. I can put it to the queue for sending later, or I can print it. Because I'm not set up, we add it to the queue for the moment. And that's our transaction added. Thank you for watching.